there was compiled Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Now, there are very few statistics in the book. Disorder is used essentially as a euphemism for illness. This is a book which catalogues mental illnesses for which no medical sign has ever been discovered.
This primitive pamphlet was 130 pages long and listed 112 mental disorders, small compared to the current DSM, but much bigger than anything Kreplin envisioned.
Why so many?
Because by defining more and more of life as abnormal, psychiatrists could get their hands on a huge amount of government money.
Defining life? What do you mean?
Well, things like holding your breath, biting your nails, thumb sucking, sleepwalking, poor efficiency, even homosexuality.
That's ridiculous. They added all those just to have people to treat?
And more. Then the second version, DSM-2, came along in 1968 and expanded to 178 disorders, again to grab even more government insurance money. To do this internationally, the DSM-2 was specifically written to align with the International Classification of Disease, the ICD, a book extensively used in Europe and around the world that, apart from psychiatric diagnoses, lists real medical diseases.
So that's how psychiatric disorders got accepted by mainstream medicine.
It was a start, but the DSM-2 was still not scientific, as it was heavily influenced not by actual clinical testing, but by the theories of Austrian psychologist Sigmund Freud.
Then there must have been a lot of neuroses in that book, right?
Yep. But there was absolutely no knowledge of what caused them, nor did they even look for a cause.
Inclusion of a disorder in the classification does not require that there be knowledge about its etiology. So in other words, to make a diagnosis, you really don't need to bother with cause and effect. You don't need to know what causes the condition.
Wait a minute. If the DSM doesn't tell you what causes its mental disorders, how does psychiatrists discover them in the first place?
The answer may surprise you.
New diseases are being invented all the time, and I want to emphasize the word invented, because when it comes to psychiatry, mental illnesses are not discovered, they're invented.
The way the system works in terms of diagnosis is that every few years a group of psychiatrists and psychologists sit around in a room and vote on new diagnoses.
This is science? I can't believe it.
Don't worry, you're not alone.
The diseases are voted on? What do you mean?
Did you say, are they voted into existence?
Or voted?
As in created?
Oh, man.
I think that's kind of ridiculous. It's crazy that you would vote. I definitely don't agree.
I don't agree with it at all.
Mental disorders should be based on scientific research.
I have been led to believe that it's all based on medicine and science.
So I'm kind of shocked to find that out.
Me too.
There's more. Not only are mental disorders voted into the DSM, but now and then they are also voted out. Take, for example, homosexuality, listed in DSMs 1 and 2 as a mental illness. This is how the editor-in-chief of the DSM-3, Robert Spitzer, explained it.
I came up with a definition in 1973 that made it possible to argue that homosexuality was not a mental disorder.
On a vote, essentially, at a conference of the American Psychiatric Association, it was removed.
Now, did they discover that homosexuality was not a disease through scientific processes? No. It was included for political reasons, and it was removed for political reasons.
And the end result is a vote. It's a supposed democracy. So to call it science is a complete fabrication.
So the DSM is actually political, not scientific.
Right.